It's beer and food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Weltenburger Kloster Barock Hell, coming in at 5.6% ABV in a 500ml bottle. There's the bottle cap. The food we're going to be pairing it today is some dried sausage from Germany. It's their rügenwalder from rügenwalder, and it's their Herzhaft dried sausage. So thank you very much to Stephen in Germany for sending us yet again an amazing parcel. Without further ado, let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. So with a Hell's lager generally means kind of a stronger style of lager. Is it Hell? Yeah, Hell's lager. I say strong, doesn't necessarily mean kind of strong, but something over 5% ABV. This being 5.6. It's a 3-finger whitehead, good levels of carbonation. There's a little bit of unfiltered goodness floating around in the beer. Definitely bottle conditioned. It's a light golden amber colour. Let's get the aroma. Oh yeah. Just crisp, light, refreshing. I mean, that's the sense anyway. That's the sense I'm going to get from this beer, is that it's going to be just so refreshing, crisp, and it's kind of lemony, spicy, peppery. A bit of sweet malt. Cracker breads going on. Let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, just superb. Absolutely superb beer. Stone the crows. Stone the crows. It's just the drinkability for me these days. It's just how refreshing the beer is, and great levels of carbonation pushing the beer around the inside of the mouth. It's spicy, it's peppery, there's some lemon flavour coming through from the hops, kind of a zesty lemon. There's some stinging nettle as well. There's some kind of traditional kind of German hops used in this beer, which are giving off a stinging nettle kind of flavour. Stingy nettles that we call them in the UK. They're a cousin to the hop on the tree of life. If you look at the tree of life, it's a direct cousin to the hop, is the stinging nettle. And you get a sense of that with the flavour. Let's get the rest of the beer then into the glass. I'm not expecting a great deal of haze, just maybe a little bit more of that. Maybe a touch more of the unfiltered goodness, as I like to call it. There is a slight haze, look. If you look very carefully, there's a slight haze on there. It's not a crystal clear lager beer, but I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be a premium lager. I want it to be a Hell's, and it is, and that's the difference. That's the difference in the style. There's lots of flavour going on here. It's slightly hazy, nicely carbonated. Look at the lacing on the glass. Wonderful. Right, Now it's time for the rügenwalder. The other rügenwalder we had was the grüne pepper, which I think is like a pepper version of the sausage. Now this being I think smoked. I think it's all smoked, but I think this is more of a, it's a smokier version of it, maybe. Certainly in the aroma of the sausage. Let's dive in. Pardon me. Garlic sausage. Garlic sausage with a lovely kind of... It's just that I think how succulent the meat is. Even though it's dried. When you kind of get it going on your back molars, there's a certain succulence that just comes through, and it's a great... For me, you can get the big fat sausages, which I slice very thinly. Because I don't like it, personally, I don't like it too kind of like, too much on the back molar. But with it being kind of nice and slender and slim, it's just nice amounts of skin and meat from the sausage, if that makes any sense. It's just a great, for beer, it's just a great snacking sausage. It's so good. So good. Of course, pork. Bacony, porky, smoky. Slightly kind of spicy and peppery. Great fatty snack to have you with your beer. And I've mentioned this so many times. But because the Germans have got such a great tradition with beer, they've been able to develop not just their brewing industry, to have a great economy from brewing beer in the country, but they've also, because it's so well established, they've also now been able to kind of, and it's taken hundreds and hundreds of years, I mean thousands of years maybe, but they've been able to develop this kind of food culture to go with beer, and I like it. I like these snacking meats that go with your pint. I don't want a big meal. I don't want, when I'm drinking beer, I don't want to fill myself up with a Chinese takeaway or fish and chips, or I just want a bit of snacking sausage. I mean, in the UK, we can probably replace that snacking sausage with what we do over here, and I'm sure is what you do in the countries that you're watching this video from, is that you grab a big bowl and you empty a big bag of crisps in. And we generally snack with crisps and pretzels or something and some beer. But I like this. I like this idea because it's a little bit more substantial than crisps. And I reckon it's a little bit more healthier as well, because I mean, you could eat 10 of them. I'm not saying you wouldn't. What I'm trying to say is that if you put a big bowl of crisps out, it's dangerous. I could eat the whole bowl. And then I'm drinking a few beers and it's all a bit kind of crazy. And I can't stop. But with something like this, you can have a few bites. I mean, I'm sure some people could eat the whole thing. I could probably eat the whole thing. But you're not likely to. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You're not likely to. You're likely to stop and go, thank you very much, I've had enough now. Back to the beer. But what a perfect combination. Absolutely perfect combination between the sausage and the beer. The beer is terrific, absolutely terrific. This brewery, in the next 30 years, so I'll be 70 years old, hopefully I'm still around, they'll be 1,000 years old. 1,000 years old. They've been going since 1050. It's now 2020. We're just 30 years away from this brewery being 1,000 years old. I'd love to be there. I mean, if there's anybody from Weltenburger Kloster watching, it's a long time in the future. A lot can happen. You know, we've got to get through this coronavirus first. That's just a number of things that can come and get us. Belly's gonna probably get me. Belly's gonna get you. Remember that? Belly's gonna probably get me eventually. But yeah, I mean, if I'm still around at 70 and these are 1,000 years old and the channel's a little bit bigger than we are now, and yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be very, very nice to be there when they celebrate their 1,000th birthday. This Barock Hell is absolutely terrific. It's just so simplistic, but the quality of that simplicity is just fantastic, because even at 5.6%, you just want to drink 3. You just want 3 of these on a nice, warm, sunny summer afternoon. I like it enough to give it, the beer anyway, I like that enough to give it, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. That's the Weltenburger Kloster Barock Hell. And the sausage, well, the more I eat this kind of food, the more it makes absolute sense to me. The more it makes absolute sense that this is the way to go. And I think I mentioned it in a previous review. You can find this meat in the UK in certain supermarkets. It's not really the best positioned. It's at the end of the meat aisles in our supermarkets, generally in baskets or in the delicatessen area. I think personally they should have it down the beer aisle. I really think they should think a little bit more and just reinvent the beer aisle a little bit more in the UK, where you have some meats and then you have your beer, and just try and kind of promote that together. That would definitely work. But I like it. I really like it. I like it enough to give it, that sausage is a 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. 9 for the beer, 9 for the food. Thank you very much again to Stephen for sending me this wonderful package. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Please hit the notification bell to get notified of our daily uploads. And thanks for watching. Boom! Cheers!